Hey, what's up, one and all? Hope everyone's had a good week and you're absolutely buzzing for the weekend. Look, first of all, before we start, thank you for everyone who has been liking and subscribing and of course commenting on the women's rugby show, some of the videos that we have done over the last couple of weeks. Just a shout out to some of these guys. Thank you very much for your support. Of course, if anyone has any comments, anything at all you want to say about the content that we're putting out, please do let us know. Right, so it is my turn to do the weekly preview, and this is a very, very special one this week because we are going to be looking at the final match of the Women's Six Nations. It is, of course, England against Scotland. Now, before I get into it, I have to admit that this game has a very close place to my heart because, yes, as you can tell by my thick Scottish brogue, I am actually Scottish. Well, all right, fine, I'm half Scottish. Maybe the ginger beard gave it away. But yeah, so this match for me has a personal touch to it, but really it's all about England. And obviously, of course, I am half English as well. So nothing is going to give me greater pride than seeing England play Scotland at Twickenham. And when I say see, yes, if you haven't seen our social media, the Women's Rugby Show are going to be covering this match. Very exciting. We're going to be at Twickenham. If anyone has any questions for any of the players that are in the squad, please do, as we said it, comment below. Do comment below with your questions and we will try and get them over to the players on either side. So looking at this game, look, obviously it's very difficult to turn around and criticise Simon Middleton's side. England are just oozing with quality and class pretty much all areas of the field. But we wouldn't be a women's rugby show if we didn't maybe try and examine or critique some of the decisions that he's made. So there are 5 new additions to the starting 15 that weren't there in the last match against Italy. And amongst those, some of those include Hannah Bottoman, that comes back into the side, Poppy Cleal, Amy Cockayne. Vicky Fleetwood starts her first Six Nations match. She came back last week and scored a try. So great, really great to see her back in the side. And then to the backs, Natasha Hunt, she makes her second start of the Six Nations. So again, I mean, look, there's so much quality, there's so much talent in these players. It's very difficult to criticise. What I would say, and this is, again, I've said this before, this is without knowing what's happened in training. This is without knowing if there are any injuries that are taking place. But what I would say is we're kind of at a stage now where surely Simon Middleton knows his best side. And what I don't really enjoy seeing is this chopping and changing of players, not just in the starting 15, but in the squad. Look, I understand it's great to have players that are brought in. I mean, the likes of Bryony Cleal, Rosie Galligan, these are really talented players. Abby Dow, who has kind of been in and out of the England squad. So it's great to see them involved, but what you're not getting is you're not getting that consistency. You're not getting players that are playing next to each other on an international level on a regular basis. You've only got a couple of times of year where these players can gel when they get to know each other. Look at what's happened with the inside centre position. We had Tatiana Hurd at the start of this Women's Six Nations, and then towards the end we've had the likes of Zoe Harrison, who is a very talented fly half. Is she suited to inside centre? Only time will tell. She could be the new Owen Farrell, who went back to playing fly half. So maybe that's not a good example, but I would have personally have liked to seen Rachel Burford play a little bit more in these Six Nations. Again, we've got some really talented wingers. Could Jess Breach and Kelly Smith be given another rest for this game? Maybe. And could we, I mean, it's very, very difficult to critique Katy-Daley McLean. Could we potentially have another fly half that plays this? Maybe even just half. All right, maybe in the second half, Zoe Harrison will move out to fly half. But could we not have seen Katy-Daley McLean take a rest? Okay, well, the argument is that England will lift the Six Nations this weekend, and they will lift the Six Nations this weekend. If you look at their past 4 matches in the tournament, they've scored over 50 points in 3 games. They scored over 40 against France, who are meant to be their nearest rivals. They've got a bonus point every single game, and I can see nothing but a demolition for the Scots, as much as it pains me to say, as a proud half Scotsman, to say that this is going to be an absolute annihilation. I honestly, you look at Scotland, they haven't won a game this Six Nations. Yes, they've made 3 changes, and if you look at their results, they've improved time after time. They had an agonising defeat last time out against Wales, that last kick of the game. And all right, you know, they scored 15 points, but I honestly think that it is going to be not only a shutout for England, I have a very strong feeling that England are going to breach the 60-point barrier. So just because of that, I am going to say that the score this weekend for England against Scotland in the final game of the Six Nations is going to be 62-0 for England. Ouch. And that absolutely pains me to say as a Scot. So anyway, very brief preview from me. I don't really think there's much to say apart from, if you are going to the game, please make yourself known. We would love to see you. And of course, as usual, please make sure that you do the old like, follow, subscribe to the Women's Rugby Show. I've already said leave a comment, but do follow us on social media as well, and tell everyone about the Women's Rugby Show, because this channel is growing and we're putting out more and more content, and it's all thanks to you. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for hitting that play button. Do check out some of our other videos. We've got great content on there from the last couple of weeks, including a players challenge with Jade Conkle and Leah Lyons, and also a really great interview with Chloe Butler. So thanks a lot, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.